Well, in April this year, during Senate estimates, I put it to the Chief Medical Officer of the Commonwealth Department of Health, Professor Paul Kelly, that these COVID injections didn't actually stop transmission. And he told me that wasn't a true statement. You can watch the clip here.
There has been a change in the biosecurity arrangements. It is now under the Biosecurity Act a requirement of anyone leaving Australia, regardless of their visa status, to provide evidence of vaccination if asked by an official.
Why?
That is under the biosecurity legislation. It was a decision of government.
So I'm asking you why is that a requirement? So somebody can ask that question, surely.
Yes, and I provided advice to the Minister to make that decision.
Yes, and what was that advice?
The advice was actually in relation to the people exiting Australia, was in relation to our obligations under the international health regulations for protecting other countries.
Protecting other countries. And so just on that, what is the science behind that decision, given that we know, and I think we would all accept this, that transmission is irrelevant when vaccinated? You are effectively as infectious as you were if you were not vaccinated.
Well, that's not a true statement, Senator.
Well, that is a true statement. That's agreed to by almost all experts.
It's not a true statement, Senator.
So what degree of transmission is, what degree of benefit are you given by vaccination in terms of dampening down your transmission, for want of a better way of putting it?
There is evidence about that,
but
Senator.
what? How much? How much? Is it 1%? Is it 2%?
I'll provide that on notice.
No, you can tell me right
Senator
now.
Antic, the witness has agreed to provide it
Well,
on notice.
how can we not know the
Please do
answer to
not
that right now?
harass the witnesses.
Because Australian citizens are being stopped from going overseas, so this should be a fairly simple question.
I'll provide that information on notice.
Righto.
Now later, he confirmed to me in writing that the injections had a modest effect on transmission, which really is another way of saying none. And just yesterday, Pfizer executive Janine Small has now admitted to the EU Parliament what we knew all along, that Pfizer didn't actually test the vaccine for prevention of transmission of COVID prior to that therapy being made available to the public. You can watch the statement here.
Was the Pfizer COVID vaccine tested on stopping the transmission of the virus before it entered the market? If not, please say it clearly. If yes, are you willing to share the data with this committee? And I really want a straight answer, yes or no, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Regarding the question around, did we know about stopping immunisation before it's entered the market? No. We had to really move at the speed of science to really understand what is taking place in the market.
Now, this apparent effect on transmission was the entire premise for the mandates, for the passports, and for the shameful bullying which took place across all levels of society, along with so many others who stood against what really was the darkest, most illiberal period in our nation's history and much of the world.